Hello, friends. Let's talk about the Wellness Consult or Wellness Plan. So, the Wellness Consult was created by the Share Success writers, Andy and Natalie Goddard. And it's my doggy. It's a follow-up tool. So, we talked about follow-up and how important that is. And the Wellness Consult is the first point of contact where you follow up after someone enrolls. What's really great about the Wellness Consult or the Wellness Plan is that you offer someone perhaps that has attended a class of yours the chance to meet one-on-one with you and really personalize and individualize a wellness plan. So a daily plan for them to be able to address whatever health concerns that are coming up for them. So what you do with the wellness plan is that when you have your class, at the end you offer them the starter kit and they pick the starter kit that's best for them, and then immediately you get out your planner and you schedule the wellness consult or wellness plan with them right on the spot. So before they ever leave, before you leave their presence, make sure you get that scheduled. I found that it's exponentially harder to schedule that later on. You've got them right there, get that on the books. So you're going to want to do this wellness consult plan with them within days of them receiving their kit. And that's when you sit down with them, you go through their whole life, go through this wellness consult, and you act as a guide for them to be able to create a plan for themselves, to feel empowered with a plan. Because, you just taught them in a basic class all this information. Hopefully you kept that information very simple like we've taught you, but it is a lot of information to remember. So in the Wellness Consult Plan, they have the opportunity to, with you as their guide, to be able to sit down and create a plan for themselves, a daily plan, daily habits, to use the oils for the things that are coming up as most important for them right now. When you do enroll people, when they get their starter kit, you help them get their starter kit, whether it's at a class or a one-on-one. As soon as they enroll, the very first thing that we do is we give them a live guide. Looks like this. Isn't it beautiful? It's gorgeous. It's really like a little mini magazine. It's got all this information inside. And the reason we give them a live guide, because right now, they're a user of the product. They have become a user of the product. There are 3 pathways that you could go in doTERRA. There's 3 different kinds of people who are going to show up in your business. That is those who just want to use the product, those who want to share the product, and those who want to build a business with the product. And so right away you've just met them and help them get set up with a wholesale account and order their starter kit, so they are users of the product. And what we want to do is teach them how to live the lifestyle. So that's what this tool is about. It's jam-packed with recipes and all sorts of ways to get the oils and the products and the supplements, everything that's available, into their life in a very practical way. What's really great about this is, when you first share oils with someone, you're basically touching on just a few oils, like 6 to 10 oils, right? You don't have time, and we've taught you not to fire hose them, so you don't have time to share with them the 100 oils that doTERRA has and all the many, many, many products that they have. Hopefully you've touched on the Lifelong Vitality Pack because that's so foundational, but you just don't have time to share all of that. So what's great about this is they take this home with them and they can continue to learn on their own all the different products and the different ways they can get them into their life. So it's fantastic. There's a whole page on mood balance and the emotional blends, right? So again, you might not go into that too much at your first basic class, but they will have this in the live guide that you give to them to be able to learn about that, and the lifelong vitality and the cleaning products and how to cleanse and detox, all of that, things for sleep, hand cleansing gel, diaper bag essentials, all of that in this little guide. It's beautiful and wonderful. So as always, you guys are just starting out in your business, so you don't want to be putting a lot of money in that you're not making yet. So you can always download this again at Share Success .com/library. You can just download it and print it out, or you can purchase them really inexpensively. Like I've said, they're not in this to make money off of these. In fact, any money if they do make money, they donate it to the Healing Hands Foundation. It really is just a tool that our uplines have created for us to use to help us in our business. Okay. So the Live Guide. The first thing you're going to do once you help them get their starter kit before they leave your presence is give them a Live Guide. On the back of the Live Guide, there's a place where you can write their member ID number and their password to get onto their account, right? So that's written down for them. You can write in upcoming local or online classes and events, which is great. I think Charlie talked to you about always looking forward to the next event, getting these brand new people plugged into a community of learning and a lifestyle of wellness. And so hopefully you have another upcoming local online class or event that you can invite them to. Maybe it's the continuing education class that your upline is doing that you guys are attending once a month. Perhaps you write that in. There's some key links. You write down their key support, your name, phone, email, any team calls, any Facebook groups that are available to them. You can write all that information down here for them so they can take it home. Because again, there's just a lot of information and they don't have to memorize it all. You can write it down for them. Now, inside of this Live Guide that you're giving them, once they pick their starter kit, inside this Live Guide, trying to see if these are numbered in pages. I don't think they have the pages numbered, but inside of it is a wellness consult. And remember I said before they leave your presence, you're going to schedule in your planner and theirs on their calendar a time, a date, a place to meet them. If you can go to them, that's an awful nice service where you can sit down and do their wellness consult plan. So the wellness consult plan is super, super simple. Wait till you guys see it. You don't have to feel like you have to be an expert at all. And what I suggest for you is that when you sit down, let them write their wellness consult plan because it's really empowering and it helps them to see that they can find their own answers with you as a guide rather than always having to come to you for everything. So it's empowering. So you're not setting yourself up as the expert, but you're showing them how to find the answers. So it starts out with their top health priorities. They write those down. They write down the products that they have and the products that they need for those health priorities. Number 2 is a resource book and a resource app. This is the part where you remind them of the Modern Essentials book if they did not get one and where to get it. On the spot, you can help them download to their phone the Modern Essentials app and maybe the Emotional app. And then you're going to go through and help them, guide them, find a morning, afternoon, and evening routine and dosages and exactly what products and oils they're going to be using so they can get in the habit of that. There are recommended daily health basics on here that you're going to suggest to them. But then also you're looking at their main health priorities. Okay, there's the basics, the daily basics that we do to help maintain our health. You're going to tell them that. It's right on the consult. It's easy. They can see it and read it. You're going to put that into their schedule morning, afternoon, and evening. And then and then you're going to look at their health concerns. And you're going to figure out, you're going to use your Modern Essentials book that you take with you or your Modern Essentials app on your phone. You're going to just really easy, look it up, what their health concern is, what they need. Okay? At the very bottom, it says get the natural solutions you need, and you help them create a 90-day wellness plan by adding the products that they need to their LRP. So just in case you didn't help them get the lifestyle rewards program set up for them at enrollment, and please, please, please make every effort to help them get that set up because it's so much easier for you to do it for them at enrollment. When you're putting all that information in the computer, it'll pop up and you're able to set that up for them. Even if you're just like sticking a lemon in there. I mean, if they have reservations, even though you state it very positively, if they have reservations, say, hey, listen, it's just so much easier for me to set this up for you. How about we just throw a lemon in there, and when we do your wellness consult, we can always add to it depending on the things that you need, okay? But let's say by some chance you didn't get that set up, here's another chance to do it at their wellness consult. Help them set up that monthly lifestyle rewards program so that they can be getting free product, right? For all the things that they're going to need, they're going to be getting free products back. Also, when you, just in case you didn't know, when you help them set up their lifestyle rewards program order right at enrollment, then the shipping cost for their starter kit translates into free product. So basically you get free shipping when you set it up right away, because those go as LRP points right into their account right away. Okay, so you don't want them to miss out on that. It's really important you help them set it up right away. And then, so what you're going to do is month 1 and 2 and 3, they have these 3 health priorities, right? And so depending on what starter kit they got, there's probably going to be some products that are suggested for that health concern that maybe aren't in their kit, right? Unless they got a diamond kit, unless they got a really big kit, and they might have, that'd be great. Even if they got a diamond kit or a higher kit, you know, the lifelong vitality, which is suggested for every health concern and just for health maintenance, that's a month's supply, right? So they're going to need it again the first month. But so whatever they need the first month, the second month or the third month, you're going to have them write those things down as suggestions so they know what to put in their order for the first 3 months. What's so great about this is once someone has been ordering and using products for 3 months, they have a really solid foundation of how to use the oils, and they have come to love the products and they know how to use them, and they're going to continue using them. So you're just helping to guide them. Without offering these things, people tend to just get lost. It's not that they don't like the product, they just don't know enough. No one has guided them how to use them and for their specific health concerns. And so they might just like peter off and stop ordering just for lack of education and help, right? And so what's so amazing about this particular business is that we're teaching them and guiding them and providing support. It's not just about a sale, it's about supporting them through getting really confident themselves how to use the resources, the book and the app, and how to address their health concerns confidently, right? You're offering yourself in support. Now, when I say that, I don't mean that enabling them always having to come to you. It's setting up a process where they can continue to learn and eventually, you know, be as independent as they can as soon as possible. But that takes some time, right? It's not going to happen overnight. What else is great about this wellness consult plan is this other page. It lists all of the products, the single oils, the blends, the spa products, the living products, the wellness products. It lists all of them. And right down here, this is what we call the wellness pyramid right here. And we're going to get really familiar with that wellness pyramid. On the bottom is eat right, exercise, rest, reduce toxic load, informed self-care, and proactive medical care. This wellness pyramid, doTERRA's wellness pyramid, is the foundation and basis of everything. It's really how we maintain and seek health, right? This is about healthcare, true healthcare. And so at the very bottom of the pyramid, the most important link and piece is the food that we eat, eating right. And so what's great is you'll notice that there's a different color for all of these levels. And over here, where the oils and products are listed, they are color-coded. So if in talking to this person at the wellness consult plan, it becomes very evident, you know, you want to ask them really clear questions about their life. How, you know, what is your diet like? And I found that you have to be even more specific, because if you ask someone, do you have a good diet? Everyone's going to say yes. They're going to just be like, yeah, I have a good diet. And so you have to ask more specific questions, like, do you have a typical American diet? A typical American diet would be like lots of meat, potatoes, canned vegetables, and bread and cheese. So if they have a typical American diet, which most people do, that is not what I would consider eating right or well. And so you can help guide them into adding more fruits and vegetables in their diet. And specifically, if they have that kind of a diet, they have ever more need of the lifelong vitality. Okay, so you're just asking questions to get information. And then because eating right is green, any product, any oil and product on this side that is color-coded green, you know you are going to guide them, suggest to them that they are needing for their life. And the exercise is sort of like a yellow-orange, so anything coded in that color is going to help them with those goals. Rest and manage stress, reducing toxic load is red, informed self-care is purple, proactive medical care is blue. So it's color-coded. It makes it really simple, guys. Super, super simple. Okay? So you're going to meet with them within a couple days of receiving their oils, their starter kit, and you're going to do a wellness plan. What I would do if I were you, at that wellness plan, I would schedule another one for 2 weeks to a month later, because things change and it's just another layer of following up with them. Okay, I would get that in the books. What else? When you are doing their wellness consults, and what is great about this, we've touched on this, is that you don't have to give so much information at your class. You really want to keep that class and that one-on-one to 45 minutes to an hour, because anything beyond that, they're totally going to glaze over and not remember what you said, okay? But the great news is that you're going to have, you're going to give them this live guide so they can learn more on their own. And you're also going to set up the wellness consult plan. And then at that time is where you can go into more detail and talk about more of the products that they specifically need for their health concerns and in their life, right? And you can share with them what you use. This is what I use on a daily basis and why. This is what I clean my house with and why, because I'm trying to reduce my toxic load and improve my health. This is what I use to wash, to do my laundry, for my skincare. It's also an opportunity for you to share with them more personally what you use and why, because we know that experience and stories are what sell, not information, right? So use that time to share more of your personal stories, okay? Awesome. So also when you're at that wellness consult, it's time number 2. It's the second opportunity for you to be able to ask them, hey, I bet you've got a lot of friends who could use this, right? Like, who do you know? I'd love to give you a gift for hosting a class for me so that your friends can learn this too and you can pay it forward. Because paying it forward feels good. And friends who care share, right? It's not a stretch for people to want to share this with others. So just ask. Hopefully at your class, you've also offered them the opportunity, maybe a little gift for anyone that books a class with you that night. This is the second chance to be able to ask them, I would love for you to host a class for me so I can share with your friends, because I know they need it too. And I have a goal to reach as many people as possible with the good news of how to proactively maintain health and take charge of our own health, and not to have to rely so much on the healthcare system, which is really about sick care, right? So it's a chance for you to again, ask for them to book a class. And number 2, it's another opportunity for you to mention to them, like just briefly mention, remember I talked about at the class that there is an opportunity for you here. Were you at all interested in hearing more about that? And before you ask them that, what you can do is, this is perfect, to have them self-select where they are at, right? Say, I found that some people just love to use the product. And then some people just naturally want to share it because it's so great and they want to tell their friends about it and share. And then some people, that they want to actually learn how to do what I do because it's so fun and it's hard to believe we get paid to do this, but they want to hear about that. So where do you see yourself? Do you see yourself just using the product, sharing the product, or maybe doing a business? I mean, just ask the question, guys. It's a simple question, and let them tell you. Let them tell you what their interest is. There's no reason to get like nervous about that at all. Just ask them the question and let them tell you, okay? So it's the second time for you to be able to introduce that concept to them that there is a business opportunity here. And the easiest, simplest, great feeling way to do that is just to ask them. Tell them there's 3, that everybody who learns about doTERRA fit into these 3 pathways, and here they are, and where do you see yourself? Say, where do you see yourself? Do you see yourself using, sharing, building business? Okay? Awesome. So the assignment for the Wellness Consult Plan, I do want to tell you that my best friend Alasa, who is a silver in doTERRA on this team, she and I created a simplified version of the Wellness Consult. We call it the Wellness Plan. And it has spaces on it where you can do some body kinesiology or muscle testing with them, which is another very solid way for them to determine exactly what oils are specifically best for their body. Because, you know, sometimes you look up an ailment or something going on and it lists 20 oils because there's so many oils that could help. And what you can do is you can teach them how to do body kinesiology or muscle testing. Do that with them to be able to determine exactly what, and then you don't have to question and wonder. You don't have to try and find out that wasn't the best one. So we created this little more simplified version of the wellness plan, but whether I'll post that on the group, whether you use that or this original wellness consult, either way, you can use body kinesiology and muscle testing to help them determine. And we have chiropractors use muscle testing. It's very common practice for them. A lot of alternative health modality practitioners use this method, and it's super simple to learn. You can learn it too. So I'm going to post a video that Alasa created that will teach you how to do body kinesiology and muscle testing, in case that's something you would like to add into your wellness consult plan as a gift. Hi, Sage. Okay. Did I get it all? I think I did. So the assignment is, if you have not had a wellness consult yourself with your upline, number 1, you need to schedule that and do that. If you can't get the actual consult done by 9:30 tomorrow, then you need to at least have it scheduled. So that's number 1. And number 2, you need to schedule wellness consults with anyone that you have enrolled so far that has not had one. So what I want to see in comments below this video is I want to see, first of all, you're either going to say, I've already had it, or here is when it is scheduled. And then I want you to list every person on your team by name that has not had one, and the date that you scheduled their consult to do with them. Okay? And then here on forward, anyone that you enroll, you guys, you have classes and one-on-ones this week and for the rest of this challenge and the rest of your doTERRA life and business. From here on out, you're going to give them a live guide, which has the wellness consult in it when they get their starter kit, and then you're going to schedule with them their wellness consult plan for a few days within enrollment. You could do a group, in the sake of time, because again, I know you guys have all sorts of different lives. Some of you have full-time jobs. You potentially could, do like a wellness consult lunch or something and gather several of them at once to save time. That's just an option. It's nice to have one-on-one with you, but make it work. Some people even do a wellness consult as a one-on-one. Like they use this live guide, they use a product catalog, and the wellness consult like as the one-on-one. So in that sense, you're like doing 2 things at once. Wow, that's really working smart, not hard, right? Okay, so those are just ideas. Do what works with you. There's no one super set, absolute way for anyone. Make it work for you, right? But please use these tools because they're very valuable, okay? So the assignment is your wellness consult and everyone on your team that has not had one to be scheduled. I need names and dates. Have fun.